randomly and without. Poon does what he does. Yeah, I know. But he's a complicated freak. I mean, I'll say it again. I respect your opinion. I like the guy too. He's a Texan, but I just don't understand his psychology. I think it's the drugs. You see, if he wasn't on that crystal match mutated drug, he'd be a normal, jolly guy like us. He'd be like saying, "Hey, brother, how are you doing, man? You having a good day? Well, that's fine. Good. Okay. All right, man. Let's go smoke a cigarette together," or something like that. But since he's on these drugs he's up for 15 days straight, doing 18-hour live streams every day, power napping in between, disappears from his panel for hours at a time. Who knows what he's doing? The high school buddy that witnessed him in the 4-H barn with a sheep. Okay? We're categorizing it and getting it so everyone can understand the timeline. This happened when he was a teenager in the 90s. Second, going to Boys Town, it's a brothel in Mexico, and sleeping with old women. He'd pay $7 for a room and pay for whatever he could get. Some of them were old granny women, like 70s and stuff. That's strike number 2. Now, was he at that time paying those women the money and having them put prosthesis things on them and penetrating? Because 3, he has acknowledged the fact that he likes to stick his finger in his butt and fist himself. He said if a girl had a hand small enough to stick in his rectum, then he would let her do it. Okay, this is more evidence here. This is case study shit. This is scientific proof. 4, we hear about this thing, an occurrence that happened at his mom's house. That his mom stopped him from making a machine allegedly to work on the front lawn and manicure it. It was a pulsating machine using a lawnmower motor with vice grip clamps to clamp a beer can on it that he put a sock over and a Magnum condom over to pulsate like that. That is occurrence 3. Are you keeping up with us now? You got the sheep. You have the prostitutes in Boys Town that were old women. You have the pulsating, throbbing, butt stomper pump. And then 4, Shauna Ray. Shauna Ray is a 27-year-old girl. She looks like she's 2.5. She's 1.5 feet tall. Catalog this in your memory banks real quick. Shauna Ray. What about her rights as a human being? Her rights as a human being. Look at that. Normal sized guy, 5'6", 5'7". Shauna Ray. She's a micro person. Poon wants her to revolutionize the PORN industry. Shauna Ray sitting on a normal sized couch. Shauna Ray, and that guy's not 6'10". He's 5'7". Evaluate the evidence. Make your own conscious decision beyond probable doubt. Poon Handler is convicted. He's dead to rights. That's all I have to say about that. His only deferred resolution is to go to rehab. If he goes to rehab, maybe some of this can be forgotten, like me. A lot of y'all don't give me credit. I spent 7 months in Bexar County Jail. And if you don't know what Bexar County Jail is like, you better ask somebody. Look it up. That's the shittiest, worst jail in the state of Texas. I literally had to suck dick to fucking survive 7 months. And so I had my punishment. My punishment's already been served. Now I got to pay $5,000 in fines and court costs and probation costs and class costs. So I've already been punished. I had my punishment. But Poon, on the other hand, he is like a walking in the street criminal, still at large, like the Zodiac Killer. That's right, I said it. Poon is the next Zodiac Killer if we do not confront him and stop him from repeating these acts of pedophilicious engagement with others. Now, I leave it in y'all's hands to decide the pros and cons of Poon. If he goes to a 28-day program, that'll be half the battle. But then he has to quit his drugs. See, Poon Handler has a history. When he was a high school kid, him and his little football buddies would go get drunk, and then Poon would sneak off and go to the 4-H barn and have inappropriate relationships with his sheep. 2, in the 90s, Poon used to go to Boys Town, brothel in Mexico, and sleep with old women in the room, and he used to have them put a prosthetic on him and do him in the butt. 3, Poon verbally acknowledges that he likes fingers and thumbs in his butt, and he would get fisted by a woman who has a small enough fist. 4, Shauna Ray, enough said. 5, the pulsating machine that he made, a homemade machine with a beer can in the sock and the Magnum condom to pulsate like that. His mom made him disassemble it. And 5, he's still a free man. That's the evidence. That's scientific fact. That's not just, oh well, I'm doing crystal mashed potatoes, and I think American Dream's a bad person. He's permabanned. No. You're under the influence, man. You're on mind-altering, psychotic-inducing drugs, and what you need to do is you need to submit yourself to a Walgreens. You can do a collection. You're good at panhandling. A Walgreens drug test, and you can go ahead and take the test. If you're negative for something, then you can just go to rehab or go, 75150 yourself for a couple of days and get on the right regimented medications that you need to be on. But I suspect that you're going to turn it positive for crystal mashed potatoes. And my evidence will lean in the direction of guilty. I find that everyone out there consider the fact that I'm correct, and that Poon Handler, based on all the shocking and scientific evidence, is backed into a corner and made to be accountable for all these acts he has committed in the past 30 years. Innocent Shauna Ray. Look at her. Young, beautiful. She's a tiny person. Poon Handler wants her to be a porn star so she could revolutionize the adult entertainment industry. I close my case. I leave it in the hands of the jury, and I trust they'll come to a unanimous decision that Poon Handler is guilty as charged, that he'll be sentenced with no probation. He has to pay homage and he has to pay restitution for all those people that he's hurt. And if you do declare that he's guilty, also I want it written in the affidavit, the court order, for him to unblock me from all his channels, and I will unblock him. But if he doesn't unblock me, I'm not going to unblock him. He's permabanned around here because of his sickness. The evidence backed up with an innocent person that he wants to become an adult entertainment icon to satisfy those who have lustful carnal knowledge for young people. Guys, if you find this content interesting and eye-opening, donate to the cause, $MACLVN, $MACLVN, Cigarette Fund, and Kratom Fund. I thank you for all your attention. I'm going to go ahead and end the show, and I'll probably contact my anonymous source and see if any updated information has come back on Poon Handler. Remember the evidence. Remember Shauna Ray, and remember this name, Poon Handler, aka GoldFinger, aka Fist Handler, aka guilty as charged.